Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this wonderful planet of ours. Many shifts are taking place at this time. It has been some time and a little while since I've last come live. I've asked Spirit, what should I bring to the collective? What should I bring at this time? The first thing that I have been made aware of at this time frame, in this moment, in this now, on the 2nd of November, is that the Schumann resonance has hit a peak. So today we will be receiving an abundance of energy and love and light from the galactic center and the great central sun. So as we create this sacred circle of light, of love, much focus is being poured forth upon the earth at this time. We are in the midst embracing certain energies within the cosmic sphere. Pluto and Saturn are in alignment at this time, and they will be in alignment for quite some time. There are going to be significant shifts with Pluto and Saturn. One being at solstice, when the sun enters into Capricorn, because Pluto and Saturn is now sitting right inside Capricorn. This solstice, we are completing the 7-year cycle of tribulation. We are entering a brand new cycle. And this brand new cycle, we are being called into action. This 7-year cycle that we are coming into completion, we have seen many souls awaken to their truths. Many souls connecting to spirit, to light, to love, to their purpose. Much of the focus at this time is your purpose, your soul purpose, your soul's ascension, what you have come to the earth in this now, in this planetary cycle of ascension and awakening, in this diamond age. We are at the tip before we enter the new golden age. So we have come to the earth to prepare, to make way, to bring forth this energy of love, light and healing, to awaken and to heal many souls as we can. We come with our gifts, our journeys, our backgrounds, our affiliations, and more so, we come forth with the love, the light, and the healing of Creator Source Energy, the universal light. We connect up to the cosmos, the cosmic consciousness, filled of 144,000. This is, in fact, the cosmic energy that we attune ourselves to. So we are in this planetary ascension cycle. but it is a soul's mission to evolve, to grow, to nurture, to heal. I'm just going to connect with some sound. So please just close your eyes as I'm just going to connect us all in this sacred space to sound, because the sound frequencies coming forth from the universe attune our energies to the frequency, to the vibration, to the healing. So I'm just going to connect us at this time to some sound frequency. It is now time, dear ones, to connect with your hearts. To connect with the abundant flow of divine love. To connect with the energy pouring forth from the cosmos. To connect with the Mahatma field of lights. Raising your frequency and vibration at this time. Let us sit in this sacred space and connect with the healing energy and send this out to those in need at this time. Sit and listen, dear ones, to the sounds within. Connect with the universal flow of life force energy. We are embracing many shifts forthcoming. I have in my previous lives mentioned about the 12-12-12 gateway and 21-12 and solstice. This is a preparation time for us to shift from the old and into the new. There is a Mayan shift taking place, and this will be opening the gates to the Aquarian age. 12-12-12, Trinity of Trinities. 21-12, again, Trinity of Trinities. The 22nd of December is when the Sun enters into Capricorn and will shine its divine lights upon Saturn and Pluto. There is a metaphor happening. Saturn, Osiris, Pluto, Set, Sun, Horus. Many stories, many tales have been told upon this time and space. When we connect with this divine energy of light and healing and love, we remember the story of Osiris and Set, Saturn and Pluto, divine order and chaos. Saturn represents the Lord of Karma. Pluto is a representation of the shadows. And then you have the Sun, which is the light, the divine light. This is a metaphor taking place. So as we are entering into this new cycle, this year, new 7-year cycle, it is beginning with the Sun radiating light into the karmic region, into the shadows. So we are at this time preparing ourselves to embrace ourselves, to be our authentic selves. It is a time of healing. I have been saying for a very long time that we are entering a tide of great revealing, tide of great revelation. It is a time to be in our truth. So when the Sun shines forth into the hearts, when the Sun shines forth on Saturn and Pluto, this will replicate a lot of energy that is taking place here upon the earth. In this cycle of ascension, we are being awakened to know thyself, to connect with thyself, to connect with our hearts. It is a time for the soul to connect with its virtues, the virtues of love, compassion, healing, happiness, joy, wisdom, knowledge, all the beautiful, positive things that the soul has come forth to this earth with. Every soul has the virtues. It is what is defined as the God, Goddess self, that source of light within. When we come to the earth, we come to the earth innocent. We are born as babies. We enter that stage of innocence because that is what we come from up above in spirit, our life between our lives. We are in a space of healing, of love, of growth, of divinity. We come down to the earth. We come innocent. Yes, we carry our soul history. We carry our journeys through this time and space. But we come from a space, life between lives, where it is a space of bliss and divine love. and we enter a new life. We come innocent, we come clothed with the cloth of innocence. Then we learn. We learn from our parents, we learn from the education, we learn from those whom are around us. And we can adopt the path of light, or we go down the path of great challenge. And as many people would say, the path of the dark side. But there is light and there is dark. But what is the dark side? The dark side, it is defined our challenges, our shadow selves, and how we deal with those challenges. So many souls get caught up in the challenges. They get lost. They go down paths that is not of their own making, or they may go down paths of their choosing. But it is how we divine our lessons, how we overcome our lessons, is what defines us. So when we overcome our lessons with love, when we are of a higher level of consciousness and awareness, we become more aware that our challenges are just lessons that we are just going through at this time. And if the challenge is great, then we reach out. We reach out to those around us, those whom love us. Our paths are not meant to be walked alone. They're meant to be walked together as a team. This is where we are on this ascension. We come together as a team. We come together to embrace each other in love, harmony, and one. Our gifts, our abilities, our walks, our journeys may be unique, and we must embrace our uniqueness. But when we embrace our uniqueness, we become more aware that we can complement each other to bring our gifts, our abilities, our journeys into the sacred circle. Because we are in a sacred circle, and when we focus upon the flame in the middle of the circle, we can see that flame from different angles. And we see that flame from different angles because we are unique. We see that flame, but that flame is one. It's one flame. And it is okay to see it from different angles. So when we see that flame from different angles, which is the divine, we are focusing on that one, but we embrace the point from where we're seeing it, because we are unique and we have different journeys, we have different lessons, we have different experiences, and we have different abilities. As a medium and a healer, I know I embrace my unique gifts and abilities, but I also honour other mediums and healers, because we all are working from the same goal, the same principle, but we have different ways of doing things because we embrace our uniqueness, our different abilities and gifts and so forth. So in this practice of well-being, holistic and so forth, we are able to say, well, if I can't help you, I know someone else who can help you, because that person has that ability, has that uniqueness, that gift, that journey. So that person would be better suited to help your need in that area. So this is what coming together is about respecting the other, respecting and honouring that we are all unique on our paths, but we have one goal, one mission, one light, one flame. So this is something that is important, that's coming in from spirit at this time, is to be walking in your truth, to walk in your authenticity, to embrace yourself, to embrace your soul's ascension. And it is okay to be walking that path, embracing your uniqueness, your journey, your light. I want to bring forth a message. So I want to go into the shamanic, and as I'm going into the shamanic, because for some reason this beautiful energy, I've been connecting with this beautiful energy of Maya. The Mayan shift is now happening, and I'm getting the fours as we go into 2020. This is kind of interesting, and I'm going to be working from the Native Spirit Oracle deck. So basically what we have is the circle of life, and we form part of this great circle of life. 2020 is very much centered around the circle of life, and within the circle of life we have the four corners and the four winds. So basically we have, I'm going to work with the spirits of the north and the south and the east and to the west, and then I want to connect with the four elements of air, fire and earth. So I'm going to connect and I'm going to channel this energy, this light, and it is very interesting. If you've working with energy, there has been a change of energy around me. I've gone gold and I'm bringing the energy down, because this is what happens when we're working in native form. It's very earthly energy. When I go up, and this is what I do, a lot of people see this when they're having private sessions with me, they can sense the vibrations going up and they go down. So when I connect up to Egyptian energy, for example, then I go golden. If I'm connecting with Mahatma, or I'm connecting with a higher frequency, the energy changes. When I go into native to earth energy, the energy around me changes. So now you've seen a change of energy and light. And this is something I'm just pointing out. A lot of people who've had private sessions, I had a private session last night, and the energy was so high, it affects, and the lines go down on the screen. And if a lot of you have seen my previous live videos, when my energy goes like this, it does kind of affect the video. Now the energy is changing, because spirit is now changing color. This is what happens. There's energy change going on at the moment. You see, this is spirit saying, hello, we're here. Hello, we're here. So this is what's actually happening. Spirit are confirming what I'm actually saying. You see, it's now gone golden. This is what Horus does. This is spirit of Horus, is very present at this time. So I'm going to go and work with the native energy. So I'm going to connect now very much with the Keeper of the North and the Keeper of the South. And there I'm actually connecting now. As I connect with the Keeper of the North and the South, I connect with the metaphors of the Americas at this time. There are great shifts taking place down south. The South is facilitating great change. The South connection with the Mayan and the Inca traditions. As I'm connecting with the templates of South America, I am connecting with the metaphor of change and the change of age and the 7-year cycle of tribulation. I'm also connecting with the serpent, the earth serpent that runs from Lake Titicaca all the way up to Tibet into the mountains. And there is great change happening at this time. The Kundalini force of the earth is activating and has been activating for quite some time. It is time to enter into great balance. The South represents the feminine essence. The South represents the feminine essence, and the feminine is now rising. The feminine is shining its light. The feminine is shining its light. This is interesting because as we are looking at this card, it is golden. This is where the energy is. This is where the new Lemuria is rising up. This is where it's shining. This is the North. The North for some reason it's now reversed. The energy has reversed. The North has got to activate. The North is very much, and this is the metaphor of America. South is shining. There's a lot of energy taking place. There's got to be a lot more healing and activations in North America. As I connect with the sacred lands of North America, there are activations taking place, but there's also separation coming in from North America. There's a lot of separation taking place. So this is a metaphor taking place. South is feminine, north is masculine. The masculine is healing. The masculine is now having to balance with the feminine, because during this past 7-year cycle that it has been about the rise of the divine feminine. We are now having to work as the feminine on the wounded masculine. So this is basically what this is about. So basically this is shining. This is what you call summer solstice, and this is winter solstice, if you understand what I'm saying. So I believe that this new 7-year cycle will be focused more on balancing and aligning the masculine, the wounded masculine. There is also other metaphors taking place between north and south, and we talk about in terms of the poles of the north and south, and the focus at solstice is going to be on the north. And when we focus upon the north, we are rising up the Hyperborean energy. And the Hyperborean energy has to ignite once more. The Hyperborean energy will take this earth back into a higher frequency. Much emphasis has been on Lemuria and Atlantis in this 7-year cycle. We are now returning back to even an earlier timeline. So the north is about the activation of Hyperborea, and we do that through connection to the heart space. There's been much about returning back to center point. Center point is the heart. It is the heart, because it is here in the sacred space of our hearts that all elements of love, light and life begins. So there are many metaphors taking place between north and south at this time. Many metaphors. So we are rising up and balancing the masculine and feminine. Masculine and feminine are now being called to divine balance. The keeper of the east and the keeper of the west is about the connections and the metaphors that is happening with the Sun entering Pluto and Saturn, aligning with Pluto and Saturn, shining its light, enabling us to release and to heal. Again, divine balance. We are entering anew. We shut the door on the old. We enter anew. We are being called to be healed, and we are being called to heal. So I'm now going to connect with the 4 elements. And I'm going to start with the elements of fire and water. And as I connect with the element of fire, we are being called to transmute, to transform, and to transcend. The element of fire is there set to renew. As we sit in the flames of fire, we purify. In order for us as souls to enter the divine will of ascension, we must go through the fires of purification. And be renewed by the waters. Fire and water are elements of purification. When we go through the elements of water, we cleanse and we renew. When we connect with the spirit of the air, we transcend even further. We connect with whom we are. We connect with our spirits. We rise above like the eagles flying above the clouds. We become more aware of our inner truths, our awareness. And we bring forth this beautiful energy to the earth as we connect with the spirit of the earth. We connect with all that there is. We connect with Mother Nature, with the trees, the flowers, and animal spirit. We become part of this great circle of life, this beautiful circle of life. We connect with this beautiful spiral energy, the spiral energy of the great goddess, the spiral energy of creation, of birth and renewal. I'm just going to sit here now in stillness to see what spirits have further more to say. It is now time to enter forth into the great mystery. As your souls ascend into a higher realm of consciousness, your souls will understand the many metaphors that are unfolding. We come to you from a light and space that is of divine love and divine will. We understand the great challenges that you beset here upon your planet at this time. And we understand the many challenges that lie ahead. It is important, therefore, dear ones, that you focus upon your heart space. For when you do, you shall overcome the challenges that lie ahead. The soul's desire to ascend in this life must begin with divine love and divine will. It is imperative at this time to embrace divine balance. And this divine balance begins with each and every one of you. To focus on bringing balance within your lives and here upon this planet. We work at this time to bring forth the energy of divine balance and unification. The project of unification is, in essence, the project and the divine plan. When souls have truly awakened to the higher frequency, they will understand that there is only one race of people and one nation. There is much work to be done, but so much is unfolding at this time. Great changes beset your planet. And it is imperative as you enter into the new cycle that you are focused upon the divine plan. For the divine plan is a simple one, and that is to bring forth light, healing and release to all humanity. The great mystery is unfolding. The emerald light shines forth. We connect to the days of Hyperborea, where we shall see the light once more. I have just been shown that when Saturn aligns with the Sun aligns with Saturn and Pluto, there will be an array of energy. Green lights. I've been shown green lights shining in the skies. The emerald green. The emerald green is very much the heart chakra. Emerald green is where we go up in the halls of Amenti. It is the elevation of divine consciousness. This is the great mystery. We are embracing the great mystery. The great mystery of this planet and the great mystery of this system of worlds. We embrace many metaphors that are unfolding. It is now time to fly high, to spread your eagle wings and to rise up. Know thine self, know thine energy, know thine light. I'm just going to see now, I'm going to connect with the Gaia. I'm just going to see if there's anything that comes forth, anything else that needs to come forth. Right, okay. Whoops, this is Jewel Within the Teardrop. I'm going to be channeling this message in a minute. I'm getting an energy here. I'm just feeling. Is it this one? Get it real around here actually. Is it this one? This is lost love. This is interesting because we get a jewel within a teardrop. Lost love. But as I say, this is interesting because that's about surrendering. And now we've got the message. The message. I'm still getting an energy around my here we go. Is it this one? There's one here. I'm just feeling there's an energy here. I've got the Temptress. Because I feel there's a lot of releasing. This is about Saturn energy. Sorry. There's a lot of energy here. I'm getting a lot of energy, so I'm going to take these two cards because I'm getting a feel. Okay. We're getting amethyst, ocean of eternal love. It probably makes a bit of sense actually, because I was getting a huge energy around my, yes, I'm getting confirmation from behind me as well. So I'm going to kind of channel this. So if I put this into some form of order, I think it is in order actually. So basically, what we've got here is the very first card. The very first card is the jewel within the teardrop. And this jewel within the teardrop, it is about appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. And as we are, this is what's actually happened during the 7-year cycle. And even before that 7-year cycle, what we have seen during this 7-year cycle is many souls coming together for spiritual connection, spiritual reconnection, souls awakening to their purpose, to their own missions, to their lights, coming together into this divine circle. And as we've come together in this divine circle, we've come together to grow, to learn, to prosper, to embrace this connection and appreciation and gratitude, and this unification, this project of grand unification. I've spoken with Horus many times, and he speaks about this project of grand unification. There is going to be a significant shift happening in June of next year. And he speaks a lot about project of grand unification. And this is not just at soul level, but also at collective level. And certainly at this time, we are preparing ourselves for this project of grand unification. So there has been a lot of what we call groundwork. This 7 years has been about groundwork and so forth, preparing ourselves. And we are further at preparing ourselves. On this planet Earth, our souls never stop learning. So keep learning, keep your books open, keep your books open to what is about to come forth. This lost love is not so much lost love as in lost in an emotional sense of lost love. This is something that's happened or happens when we're in slumber, when we are asleep, when we're not awakened. We lose sight of ourselves. So this is what has happened to many souls upon this planet at this time. They've lost sight of self. They've lost love. So what we have to do as light workers is to ignite that love within their hearts once more. At soul level, we must surrender, heal and release. In order for us to connect with spirit, to higher light, we must surrender. We must surrender the vices, the desires of the flesh, in order for us to evolve as spirit beings. The healing. So when we are, I'm going to speak in a metaphor now. When we are asleep, we succumb to the vices of the flesh. We succumb to the vices of anger, envy, jealousy, hatred, lust, all these ugly vices. This is what we must surrender in order for us to evolve into the light, to actually embrace our virtues of love, compassion, healing, and so forth. Part of this process is about healing and releasing. Healing and releasing. Healing and releasing things that no longer serve us and serve our highest good. And it is okay, because we're on this planet, we're experiencing different things all the time. So in order for us in our awakened state to overcome challenges, to overcome what beset us, or pull us off path, so to speak, we become more aware of the processes. So basically, surrendering, healing, release is what we are being called to do. To find that divine love once more. And this is the Temptress. So I'm going in with the first 3 cards from the negative side. So this Temptress is there as the earth, the yin and yang of the earth, as we are balancing and integrating, and it's what I call the integration of polarity. In order for us to rise up as souls, as light workers, we understand both the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. This is very much about the Saturn and Pluto energy, as we are coming to understand aspects of our karmic wheel, aspects of our shadows that need to be healed, to be released. To understand also what needs to be healed, to be released in terms of any soul contracts, because the forthcoming karmic board sitting at Solstice will be the perfect time to focus upon soul contracts that is not serving our highest good. So this Temptress, it's about the soul being tempted to come away from its path. There are many paths along the soul journey, and the side paths serve as temptations, and we all know what temptations are about. So what we have to do is be strong in the framework of temptation. understand our strengths, and overcome our weakness. So, as we overcome our weakness, we become more clear of the message. We become more clear of what we are here to do. We make positive changes and positive outcomes. We become more enlightened and we become light. We understand through higher consciousness that temptations, our shadows, our karmic lessons are there set to evolve us as soul beings. Our strengths and our weaknesses is what defines us. It's what defines us as souls. And we rise up and we connect and we become enlightened. This is the path of the soul's ascension. In higher awareness, we know that we're here to learn lessons, however great or small. But we, in a higher sense of consciousness, know that we are both masters of light and of dark. And we overcome darkness by integrating. This is what the polarity integration's about, being masters of both the light and the dark, and shining our light within the darkest void, because we are light. We become one in the ocean of love. We become the creators and the creator forces of the divine healing, the divine flow of energy of light. We are the light within the dark. We shine our light within the dark. And this is what we must do upon this planet Earth. Shine our light within the dark. Become the creator force within ourselves and within this world around us. We are part of this ocean of love. And we rise up once more because we are on this path of ascension. The soul desires to be on the path of the ascension. The soul has been called to be on the path of the ascension, and as we are ascending as souls, we become one within ourselves. This is amethyst. Amethyst is about transformation, creativity and confidence. Amethyst is the Keter energy, the crown. When we connect with our Macabic field and the double Macabic field, we become golden. A lot of beautiful energy coming through from this card. We get the sun and the Macabre and the amethyst and the gold light energy. So we become transformed We become souls on mission. We become souls that want to desire the best for others. We become souls that want the best for humanity, for humanity, for Mother Nature, for animal spirit. We become souls that are on mission to transform this Gaia Earth. We are the transformers of this Earth, the energy of this Earth, bringing forth this Earth into the new golden age of light. We are the transformers because we as souls have transformed ourselves. So we go forth and transform those around us. I am going to leave that with you and it's quite an intense message. I am going to finish off by inviting you all into the sacred circle of light to connect with each other and those around us at this time, and with Mother Earth, to bring forth love, light and healing. We bring forth this beautiful energy of light to the earth, the healing to this planet, to sow the seeds of unification, of love, compassion and oneness and of peace to the leaders of this earth. We sow the seeds of healing to those whom are in hospital at this time, bringing forth this divine ray of healing and light. Connecting with those whom are in care or at home, recovering from illness, disease and injury. Connecting with those whom are facing a transition into the afterlife, to the bereaved and to the carers, to the children and to the elderly, to those whom are suffering from emotional and mental disorder, to those who are facing homelessness, poverty, famine, who are experiencing that at this time, that they shall seek comfort, abundance and resolve. To those whom are facing warfare or experiencing warfare, conflict, crime, to those whom are victims and to the families to those whom are suffering forms of addiction. We pray for release. We shine the light of the great central sun and the goddess force shine the light, the love and healing, bringing forth this beautiful golden light energy now here upon this planet, and to those within it. I also bring forth now and connect with this beautiful healing energy and shine it down upon all the animals that are suffering, that are ill and frail at this time. For the animals that are facing extinction, that there may be a resolve so it is done. Thank you very much for joining me on this beautiful day. I wish you all a beautiful day ahead. God bless you all. Thank you.